What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Mello with Marty's Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet, and in today's video, we'll be discussing the ongoing semiconductor shortage and what it means for us as we move forward through 2021. So let's get into it. Real quick before we get started, you know where this is going. If you're looking for the best place to grab GM OEM parts for your GM car, truck, or SUV, be sure to check out my friends over at gmpartsdepartment.com. They make it super easy to find all the parts and accessories you need, shipped straight to your door. Just pick your vehicle or make your life even easier and enter your VIN and start shopping for genuine GM parts today. All right, so I'm sure most of you watching are more than well aware about the automotive industry's current dilemma. That, of course, being a severe shortage when it comes to the semiconductors needed to create the microchips used to operate many components inside today's modern vehicles. The issue is extremely complex, but reading some comments on my videos recently, it seems that some people believe this is just some made-up problem by manufacturers in an attempt to make more money with increased prices. But I can assure you, that's not at all the case. Manufacturers want to build as many vehicles as possible because the dealers buy those vehicles from the manufacturer. That's how they make their money. It's all about volume. Now, if you haven't been following the news, you might not have heard that GM did idle a few of their truck plants this month due to continued semiconductor shortages. Although that's not what anybody wants to hear, the idle is relatively short term, with plans to be back at full production the first week of August. GM spokesman David Barnes made a statement saying, "These most recent scheduling adjustments are being driven by temporary part shortages caused by semiconductor supply constraints from international markets experiencing COVID-19 related restrictions. We expect it to be a near-term issue." That last part there, we expect it to be a near-term issue, that last part should make you feel a little bit better. It's easy to sit back and armchair quarterback this problem, blame manufacturers, and tell them how things should be done without having a clue how complex this all is. One thing I think people fail to remember is that the auto manufacturers aren't the only ones who are in dire need of semiconductors. The phones that you're probably using to watch this video right now, those need them as well. And everyone is behind. Every company is feeling the effects of this shortage. Whether you're trying to buy a truck or a refrigerator, the semiconductor shortage is being felt. Apple, one of the largest companies on earth, recently announced that the shortage will be affecting iPhone production in Q4 as they launch their newest phone. My point is, nobody could plan what happened in 2020. So before you start banging your fists and talking about how these companies don't know what they're doing, let's have a little perspective. Now, it isn't all doom and gloom. Contrary to popular belief, things are improving. GM has actually handled this issue much better than other manufacturers, in my opinion. And it actually showed in the sales numbers in Q2, where GM full-size trucks actually outsold all of its competition. GM outsold the F-Series for Q2 429,734 to 362,032. And even if we remove the Sierra from Q2 sales numbers, the Silverado alone beat the F-Series 164,731 to 158,235. GM has been able to stay in the game by utilizing unique supply chain tactics, building trucks to 90% completion and then adding the chips as they arrive, as well as removing some features in order to have a more efficient utilization of the chip supply that they do have. I'm sure some of you have heard about the active fuel management systems being removed, as well as the auto start and stop feature, wireless charging pads, or HD radio. Of course, the question on everybody's mind is, how long will the shortage last? How much longer are we going to have to wait for trucks to be built? When the heck will we see the next-gen trucks? I know we're all waiting for the 2022 Sierra and the 2022 Silverado, and I'm not talking about the limiteds either. We're talking next-gen here with the new interiors. Everybody wants an answer, myself included. But unfortunately, right now, nobody can give a definitive answer. We're just not 100% sure what's going to happen. The good news is semiconductor companies are ramping up in a big way. Taiwan Semiconductor, for instance, the largest foundry in the world, has increased its output of automotive chips in Q2 up 12% over Q1, helping to ease the shortage of automotive semiconductors, which has been the main case, of course, of global shortages and factory shutdowns by car makers. Taiwan Semiconductor Management now says that the company is well on its way to increasing its automotive chip capacity by 60% this year, saying, quote, "We expect the automotive component shortage from semiconductors to be greatly reduced for our customers starting this quarter." A 60% increase in production is no small number. And honestly, when it comes to large-scale manufacturing like this, a 60% increase is insane. But It's excellent news and proves that these companies aren't just sitting on their hands waiting for the problem to solve itself. Texas Instruments as well, which generates quite a bit of its revenue from the automotive chip sector, also beat out its Q2 expectations. So the ball is more than in motion, it's accelerating. It's believed that we're at the bottom of the shortage and that we should be on an upward trend from here on out. Let's just hope that's the case. I know many of you are anxiously awaiting new trucks. I know many of you are frustrated, and I know that you're all tired of delays. Just know that it's all being worked on. We just have to be patient. As always, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Smash that like button as it really does help me out. Join the discussion by leaving a comment below and keeping the YouTube algorithm gods happy. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.